Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of solving quadratic equations. This is standard A.8A in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 27 of the 2022 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we need to find the positive solution here. We got a quadratic equation. Seems pretty straightforward. Just make sure we look for the positive solution. And this is in our standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. So we could do it multiple ways. Let's start with the quadratic equation. Right, so we just need to define our terms. A is just that coefficient in front of x, which is nothing, so it's 1. B is going to equal 9, and then C is that negative 22. And then we use our quadratic equation, right? So negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So if we plug that in, negative b is going to be negative 9 plus or minus 9 squared, let's make that 81, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 22. So we're going to end up making that a positive. And then we've got over 2a, 2 times 1. Okay, so that's just going to be negative 9 plus or minus 81 plus, and I got 4 times 22, that's 88 over 2. So let's see, what is our 81 plus 88? It's going to be 169. And some of you might know what that is. If not, it's 13. So that's going to equal negative 9 plus or minus 13 over 2, because that's that 169 right there. All right, so let's see, negative 9. We're looking for the positive solution, so let's get rid of that right there. Negative 9 plus 13, that's 13 minus 9, that's 4 over 2. So it looks like an answer is just 2, plain old 2. Let's do completing the square. It's a little bit more difficult because this b term is odd, but we could still do it. So how do we do completing the square? Let's see, we're going to do x squared plus 9x equals 22. I'm just going to add 22 to both sides because I want to get that c term over to the right. Okay, and so what completing the square says is, you know what, I want it to look like this polynomial, x plus a squared, which, if we factor it out, is x squared plus 2ax plus a squared. So this 9x is sitting in that 2ax position. So 9x equals 2ax. So what we do is divide both sides by 2x to get that a. So really it's just that b term cut in half. So a equals 9 halves. So a squared then would be 81 over 4. All right, so we need 81 over 4. We need to add that to both sides, right? 81 over 4. Now I can say, you know what, this looks like this right here. So now I can bring that back over here and say this is x plus that a, 9 halves squared, equals, what is 81 over 4? That's 20.5. So 20.5 plus 22 equals 42.5. Now you just square root both sides, right? And let's see, 42.25. If you take the square root of that, you're going to get a 6.5. So x plus 9 halves, which is, let's put that into decimal now, 4.5 equals plus or minus 6.5. Now remember, we want the positive solution, so we're going to just get rid of that. So subtract 4.5 from both sides, and look at that. X is still going to equal 2, no matter how you do it. So both ways work. This is a free response, so we have to get into our bubble sheet here. Just put it in that last one, 2, and you've got the positive, negative. You don't need to bubble in the positive. Anything that doesn't have the negative is assumed to be positive. That's our answer.